Hello and welcome to this installment into our journey of the tarot. I'm honored that you have joined me today. In the first portion of this video, I will be talking about the specific meaning of this card in the tarot journey. But if you would like to skip forward to the upright meaning, reversed meaning, past, present, future meaning, or love, money and spiritual meaning of this card, then please see the timestamps in the description box below this video. I would also be honored if you could hit like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification button so that you get alerted each time that I drop a new tarot journey video for you. If when going through this video you feel you would like to know more about where you are specifically on your own tarot's journey, then please see the links below to book a personal reading. Without further ado, let's get into our journey. The High Priestess definitely has her mind on higher things. She knows that useful though the book in her lap is, there are other sources of wisdom that can serve her as well. After all, she didn't reach the top of her calling without learning a thing or two. The High Priestess sits in the Temple of Solomon, between two pillars, one black pillar named Boaz, meaning in his strength, and one white pillar named Yahin, meaning he will establish. The black and white pillars symbolize the duality of this earthly realm, up and down, left and right, masculine and feminine. The High Priestess sits firmly depolarized within the middle. What a position this is to strive for. The High Priestess upright. Upright, the High Priestess is a little like the three wise monkeys. They saw no evil, heard no evil, and spoke no evil. The High Priestess knows what is going on, but she sits there quietly observing the world from her sanctuary, and she says nothing. By sitting and watching, the High Priestess is able to discover the root cause of an individual's actions, and what it is that makes them tick. In modern times, she is the ultimate psychologist, and because of this, she can also act as a gateway to the subconscious and all other realities. The High Priestess reminds us that logical thought has its limits, and that gut instinct, dreams, and dimly recalled memories can be equally important for us at this time. Nevertheless, it is important to remember that these insights may be revealed by another person rather than to us directly. The High Priestess can also suggest that a secret is about to be exposed, or that unknown facts and hidden influences are playing a part in our life at the moment. It is important for us to look behind the veil of life's illusions, and what might appear to be the obvious or hard facts, and to just accept that life has its mysterious side too. The High Priestess reversed. The High Priestess is a bit too dignified to engage in handstands, so when we see her standing on her head, it usually means that she is upset about something. In this case, she could be letting us know that our present predicaments are the result of a failure to perceive our own paranormal powers. Have we had a feeling about someone or something and totally ignored it? Or perhaps we are tempted to let logic overrule our intuition. If so, we must stop. Right now, the cosmos is sending us clues which we do well to heed. In relationship matters, we need to decide if someone is hiding their true feelings, or more likely simply refusing to acknowledge them. Don't miss out on a golden opportunity just because we won't let our hearts have its say. Some of us are so cynical that we seem doomed to miss out on the mysteries that give life its spice. The High Priestess encourages us to lay aside our skepticism and to celebrate the subtlest steps of the cosmic dance. The High Priestess in the past. The High Priestess in the past can indicate that we may have been passive in a situation when we ought to have been more forceful, but this was not in vain. In fact, in certain circumstances, inaction is really the best action. Perhaps before jumping into writing an essay, hours at the library are needed first, with a huge sprinkling of patience. In the past, the High Priestess also suggests that our hunches have been correct and that we have accrued so much knowledge through our life experiences. The High Priestess in the present. In the present, the High Priestess is spiritually advising us to stay out of it and to avoid conflict, especially if we feel a huge urge to push our truth onto somebody else. Like the priestess sits between the pillars of Boaz and Yachin, depolarized, we must try to do the same in this situation. The High Priestess in the future. As a future card, the High Priestess can be a sign that conflict is on the horizon, but because we have pulled her, we can lessen this conflict and perhaps avoid it completely by following our hunches. Let's try to avoid bad advice or following any guidance that would make us break our own moral code. If we are asked to take on behaviors that feel wrong, this card suggests we should be doing everything in our power to avoid them and not embracing them in the first place, and to try not to succumb to peer pressure. The High Priestess in love. In terms of love, this can be a very magical time for us. People could find us so attractive that they are falling over themselves to talk to us. And what a treat this is. We have the power of attraction at our fingertips right now, but with power comes great responsibility, and we should use this gift wisely so as not to hurt anyone in the process. If we are interested in someone who seems aloof, this can at first come across as mysterious and sexy, but their detached way of being may never change, and we have to consider if this is something that we really want. The High Priestess in money and career. As a secret keeper, it could be that someone is not being honest with us regarding finances. It's always good to do our homework and not take any get-rich-quick schemes at face value right now. In terms of career, though, this card is more positive if we are already involved in a workplace situation. A pay rise could be offered that brings a smile to our face. If we are in the process of looking for a new job, this can be a very auspicious time. But like I said earlier, just be a little wary of anything that sounds too good to be true, as the High Priestess wants us to remain grounded. There could be some workplace gossip floating around at the moment, and it's best to stay completely out of it in order to remain professional, and this stance will be very rewarded. The High Priestess spiritually. Spirituality and religion can go hand in hand very beautifully, but we don't need to have a defined religion in order to be spiritual. After all, our soul is spiritual, and we are spiritual beings having a human existence. Religion for many is an incredible structure that allows us to connect with the truth in a way that feels sacred and meaningful to us, but we don't have to access our spiritual natures in this way. We may feel a calling to go out and speak to others about their spiritual experiences, get more out of our comfort zones to learn about other faiths and modalities. We will be all the wiser for listening to other people's points of view, just like the High Priestess would do. Thank you so much for joining me today for this installment of the Tarot's Journey. If you would like to see more, then please do click on the subscribe and notification bell for alerts of more videos. You can also see where you are on your own personal Tarot's journey by booking a reading below. Until next time, please stay well